Alright, looks like I'm live. Hello, everyone. For those who are curious, this is what I got done in the background while over Sunday. So, um, at this point, I'm starting to remesh all the geometry to clean rectangles. That will help, hopefully, down the road. We can texture, we can do all the fun things. Um, I've used Blender for years and years and years, but I'm no expert, so I'm kind of stumbling around as I go about this, but having fun while doing it. So that's what counts, right? So in terms of the overall model, I actually have a pretty good deal knocked out in the front, the front quarter, let's say. Um, and this model is super easy in the sense that it's mirrored perfectly straight down the middle. So there's really not too much work to do here. So I'm going to just keep on going at it. In the meantime, I'm a proud owner of an Ironclad Assault, so I'll be checking in periodically, and as soon as we get news, we will switch over to that. Where was I at? I was stuck. I think I was stuck working on this little part right here last night. And it's really hard. If I turn this mesh on, this one's a little easier. So you can see there's the gun there. And this whole area is a bit of a wreck. I don't know what happened to their geometry, but I probably destroyed it in whatever I did. So I'm gonna have to make it basically a flat plane and then come back and add a layer of detail on top of it. Which is what I've done already. And I'm actually working a little bit further ahead. So I think I just want to close this rectangle off and then call it a day for this spot. UV. I need to calculate exterior. I'm not sure what's going on with this face. Maybe I have a, doesn't look like I have a double face, but this face needs to be flipped. Mesh. Flip. Weird. Maybe no. It's clean. I mean, it's filthy right here, but it's clean over here. I don't know why that face is doing it. What it's doing. Is there a double? Is it double faced? No. Merge by distance. There was a loose vertex somewhere. There it goes. Well, now actually it moved the problem over to here for some reason. Mesh, clean up, shading, sweet faces. Okay, well, let's just keep going at it. what I can do, and I don't like doing this. Just go this way. So edges. And it's clean. I don't like having this much geometry sitting right on top of each other. But it doesn't need to be. Especially because it runs the whole length up to the front, where I got the same problem. Well, I almost have the same problem. I got two vertices. Let's get clipping turned on here. There it goes. So now it's clipped completely. Oh, never mind the triangle. This time I'm trying to never mind it. We can get this far before we have to think about what to do here up the front. I'm thinking about making, like, forming a triangle right here. I truly do not like triangles on this. I think I may have just moved the problem instead of solving it. So we got 4 points here. We need to make it down to 3 again. There we go. Mesh, clean up, merge by distance. And there's my triangle. And that doesn't look too bad. I think when we get to shading, it'll look okay. This is another one right here. This face is no good. And this area, I don't even know what to do with it. So we won't. I'll just move on. Come back to it another day. Giant triangle that I don't want. Triangles are easy though. It's how to make it not a triangle. Still be the right shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the right triangle. And we lose a little bit of accuracy, but not significant. So that's what I call acceptable. One more cut. And we have another triangle here, but I think I can solve this one. This one's a lot easier. I just need to separate. Oh, hello. Not even snapped. That should clean up. There we go. Looking pretty good. So there is this line that's going to follow through. Where does it chase to? So it chases up to this point right here. So what I can do is grab this line here, edge, snap it to that line, and then no matter what happens, as we continue across, it should be exact, the geometry should stay where it belongs, essentially. Now, what to do with this face? This one's gonna go all the way out to here. Something like that. It's a bit far-fetched, but we'll run with it for the minute. So now I gotta reconnect it here and do some more cleanup. So snap that to there. That's what we don't want to do. Just delete this face for a minute. Dissolve the only face. And back to there. And then actually, all right, so we need 1, 2. Actually, where we were at before was all right. What we need to do is subdivide down here. So X only the face. Oh, interesting. Never mind. Because it's the triangle's right here is the problem. Everything else will just be moving the problem. Mm. Oh, I did open the problem. Let's try that again. Um, yeah, that stinks. That's not how I want it done. I'm gonna break the rules for just a minute. Well, what I can do. Check to see if there's any updates. Doesn't look like it on the Ironclad. All right, let's think about this. We need to turn this into a square. There we go. I think that looks all right. Now, did I invent this line? No, that's a critical line. Although it looks like it's broken right here. But, it's fine. Sweat over that one. Right, so that works that way. That works all the way down. Create 5 points. Nope, don't want that. Weird, because this point seems to end. Well, it just seems to end up in broken geometry, period. But let's see if I can't get it to something like that. It's kind of what I wanted at. Same right here. Need some quick tools, make that faster. So one, 2, 3, 4. It seems there's an extra. See, this is where it gets complicated because they got a lot of fancy geometry right here that doesn't need to be there. I'm not quite sure what to run around with on that, but we'll keep it going. Here, basically take over from the drawing again and kind of force it to do what I want it to do. And I don't think that's the best way to clean that up. There's probably a better way, but I'm willing to start with. Actually, you know what we can do? I'm going to do this. I need one more subdivision. It's going to come out to like there. There's one. There's one regular rectangle left. Actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do? Let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now that loop can carry all the way down the building like it should. There we go. That's better. That's a lot cleaner. Still got something weird going on here, but probably just because it needs to be triangulated. It's just too complex right there not to have something. All right, so what I was thinking is this. Snap to there, snap to there. Snap to there, something like that. And there's my border that I need, and I can just thicken it out to what the model calls for. It's saying it actually goes from there straight out, so something like that. Like I'm gonna probably this is gonna probably be another area where I just don't try to work as hard to stay true to the model, and instead let it come back with a basically a second piece of geometry to sit on top and let it explain it. That way we're not doing these endless loop edges all over the place. It's too messy too quick. Like all of this right here, I'm probably going to break away into a separate mesh so that it does not directly interact. There we go. Looks pretty good. I'm going to take this sheet right here, from here to here. And again, probably just going to take some interpretive work here and just say, work something like that. And that's where the gun's going to sit, so it doesn't really matter what's here as long as it's just closed up like so. There we go. And there's your basket case. Look at that. That's great. That's really something. Just trace out this little bit right here. Now look at this panel and basically say, what on earth am I, how on earth am I going to get it to connect to everything without looking completely dumb? Honest, I don't know how. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Mesh, clean up. Get rid of anything loose. So that generated. Wait, did it generate any triangles? No triangles yet, but I haven't solved for this one right here yet. 1, 2, 3. I need a fourth triangle, but the way this is shaped, 2, 3, 4. See, there's my panel is going one way when their panel is going another. Probably should be more like that. Should be more like that, I would think. No, it was right where it belonged. What we can do though is take this piece, go there, something like that. That's a lot better. Then we're going to snap this to this line, this edge. There we go. Trying not to get too scientific on this because really this is all going to change down the road anyway. Do I need this piece of geometry? I don't think I do. I think I can get rid of it. Do something like that. And there's our triangle. I just won't be able to solve, I don't think, without. Well, I could put a cut right here. Solve edge. Put in something right here. Bring this back up, something like that. 3, 4, 3, 4. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I don't, but I can pretend. That's better. Get rid of that edge. Just don't need it. Just don't need it. At least not today. All right. It's 8 p.m. Central Time. That'd be 9 p.m. East Coast. Very disappointed that we don't see the Ironclad yet. Here's another triangle problem, but we can close it off like 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's start with that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's let's see here. So there's a three-way triangle here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dissolve edges. I don't think I hate that. I don't like it, but let's just see what it gives us down the road. So let's see here. think I want one subdivision right there, but we're going to connect this point ultimately. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's another triangle. But it goes into this new side piece, which I don't really want. Like I kind of want to stop right here and close up this mesh and then come back around, maybe start working back at the underside again and then hook up to here. Like somewhere I want to kill this mesh so that it's not one giant model with a million edge loops in it. Now they splay this into a nice rounded curve. So I can do something like this, I guess. So I guess there's not one for this one then. So it's a little beveled. It's not much beveled. Yeah, they don't have the last one right here, where you would kind of think there would be one. I guess they put one here. And that one there. There you go. There's actually a hole in the ship. I'm thinking we're going to go in just a bit like that. And that will essentially close off all of this mesh. And so that's it. It's hollow. It's not going to be enclosed as such, except for I do need to close off this back a little bit more. It needs to, yeah, it needs to come back and close. So let's do that real quick. What is this piece doing? Thinking I'll let that become a triangle. something like that, and then there we go. That looks good. And the other mesh of the rest of the ship will kind of dive into this port, so it's not, no one's going to ever see this. It's just good geometry to have ready and clean. Alright, then we got a problem right here for some reason. Let's just go to the other side real quick and analyze this. What seems to be the problem, officer? Don't worry about mesh normals. No, well, that seemed to fix it. Road. What else have we got? We got 2 holes. I'm just going to close these up. Don't really know how to close these otherwise. I let him say, I gotta do something because that wasn't working. Do something like this. Spreads the angle out better. There. I mean, it's not great, but it's a little better at least. Okay, this. I don't know if that's the right way of solving that one. What does this thin line become anyway? I don't think you can suggest. Probably does, and I'm gonna regret it after I delete it. Comes that line. I think I added that line by accident. Dissolve edge. Yeah, I was probably being fancy on something that I just didn't need to be. That cleans that up. Do something like that. And then 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. There, and that cleans that line up. And realistically, no one's ever going to see it. I do not need. Oh, I use this line at the very end. But even then, it terminates incorrectly. So I'm thinking I'll dissolve this. And then and then nothing. That seemed to be fine. Alright, well, I think I'm going to leave it at that for tonight, guys. It's another good part of the job done. Only 99% left to go, but that's how this stuff goes. It just takes a while. And we'll get there.